Welcome to Healing Talks with Kingdom Docs.
Hi, I'm Dr. Hussein and Musa,
I'm Dr. Adetoun Musa.
and we're going to continue our discussion on Joshua 1:9.
Yes,
God told us to be strong and courageous.
absolutely. And I'm just going to read it just so it sinks into our spirit. It says, "Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous, do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go."
I believe in this verse, God is telling us exactly how to combat the lies of the enemy,
Yeah.
being strong.
Mhm.
And how are you strong? You're actually strong in your relationship with God.
Wow.
That is strength.
Oh.
Even when you look at Ephesians, it gives us the armor of God,
Mhm.
and we're supposed to be strong in God's mighty power.
Yes.
And if we're resting in His power, that's actually our strength. And another definition of strength is the joy of the Lord. Once again, it's our being in God, being in His purpose, resting in His presence, in His word. That's a way to be strong.
Yes, I love that so much, especially that joy and how it produces strength. One thing that that has helped me with discouragement is not only the joy, but praising the Lord.
Yes.
Being grateful.
Worship
Yes.
is always good.
Yes. And so we can start with just praise and worship. In the Bible, it says that God inhabits your praise.
So
if
you're praising God, that means He's with you. You have His strength in all of your trials and situations. You can actually have God inhabit your praise and use that as a weapon against any of the lies and the discouragement that the enemy throws at you.
Absolutely. It's actually just mind-blowing because God inhabits eternity. He is the Almighty, but He's right there with you in that praise. So as you're praising God, the enemy is trying to whisper all sorts of fearful, anxiety-provoking lies, right? But as you're praising Him, God is in the atmosphere. The enemy has to flee. They have to run away. They have to run.
I love it. We have the authority.
Yes, we do.
Once again, I'm Dr. Hussein Musa.
I'm Dr. Adetoun Musa.
This is Healing Talks with Kingdom Docs.
And we are discussing how to be strong and courageous even in situations of discouragement and also fear and warfare, right?
It is warfare. I mean, if you've been in the hospital and you've worked a couple shifts, sometimes it feels like a battle.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things going on. There's a lot of issues. There's a lot of setbacks. There's a lot of hopes and fears. There's a lot of things that are involved in taking care of patients. But it's also a burden on the patients and their family members to deal with the illness, to deal with the ups and downs. Oftentimes we give some information and that information changes based on a lab result or a test result. The plan was one way, now it's another. There's movement and there's counter movements that we have to adapt in medicine. And as a patient, it can be a real whirlwind. So you need God as a firm foundation to deal with any significant illness or a life-changing injury, because without God, you're going to be tossed to and fro.
I love that imagery of a firm foundation, and I'm going to speak through the eyes of a patient, and like just looking at the situation from a patient's perspective, because I've been a patient. And yes, it can be a roller coaster. It can feel like you're in the middle of a storm that is super scary, right? Because one moment you're doing okay, then the next there's something wrong with the MRI, something wrong with the CAT scan, you need surgery, your blood pressure is XYZ, and it is definitely a whirlwind. But if you're on a firm foundation, which is the love of God, which is just focusing on God, then you cannot be shaken.
Amen.
Yes.
Well, that's all the time we have today on Healing Talks with Kingdom Docs.
Visit us at kingdomdocs.com for more information about our clinic and also our nonprofit.
God bless.
Bye-bye.